Hocus Pocus 2 just released on Disney Plus yesterday. I got a chance to watch it. Let's get into it. Real quick before I get into my review, I do want to say sorry I haven't posted in about 3 weeks. I know I've been doing shorts, but I haven't posted a real video. I've been extremely busy. From here on out, I will be posting more videos weekly. Let's get into Hocus Pocus 2. Now, the original Hocus Pocus, just to share my thoughts on it, to show where I'm coming from, I'm not a big fan of the original. I get the appeal. It's really Halloween-y, and it's a good movie to watch around Halloween. Last year was the first year I watched it, and I get why people like it. The whole relationship between the sisters and the comedic nature of that, I get why people love watching this movie and why it's such a huge movie. However, I've never been a huge fan of it. It's not a movie that I really want to rewatch every year for Halloween. That's kind of my opinion on the original going into the sequel. Is the sequel any better? Let's get into it. First off, I want to say though, if you were not a huge fan of the original, you're not going to be the biggest fan of the sequel. It does a lot of the same. So if you're a fan of the original, you're probably going to really, really love this sequel because it has a lot of the same elements. The three leads are doing the same thing. They're just as good in the roles as they were as in the original. They're even though they're like 30 years older, they're still in the role and they're still really nailing it. I'll give them that. They're doing a really good kind of over-the-top performance. So if you loved that in the original, you're going to like it here. There's a lot of the same elements. There's a lot of different stuff in here too as well. Not only do we have the three leads as the Sanderson sisters, we also have Sam Richardson and Tony Hale. Tony Hale is probably the standout other than the main three. He is just hilarious in this movie. Tony Hale's just great in everything he does. This movie does have some funny moments. I will give it that. There are some moments that made me laugh. And I do love that this movie feels like Halloween. It feels like a movie that it's got that Halloween spirit to it. It's fall, it's obviously Halloween, but then it's just kind of like got this not creepy but eerie atmosphere, which I really love with and mix that with the performances from like Bette Midler. It just really makes for a nice Halloween movie. However, there were some problems with this movie for me. There's a lot of product placement, especially for Walgreens. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So that was a little off-putting because it was kind of like, okay, we get it. But that's just a little nitpick. I didn't love the movie. I didn't hate the movie either. It's right there with me with the original. To me, the original slightly edges out this movie. It's not as great as the original. I still don't love Hocus Pocus 2, and I probably won't rewatch it all that often just because these movies aren't really my thing. I don't really enjoy them all that much, but there were some aspects to this movie that I had fun with. Again, the Sanderson sisters are fun as always. Billy Butcherson returns, played by Doug Jones. He's great as well. The Book is back. He's great as well. This movie, if you're a fan of the original, you're going to like Hocus Pocus 2. I'm not the biggest fan of it, so this movie didn't completely work for me. I think it was cringy at parts, but that's just my opinion. Guys, share your opinion down below. Are you a fan of the original Hocus Pocus, or are you like me and it's not your favorite thing? Did you watch the sequel? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me all that down below. As always, you can check out some more videos right now. Hit the subscribe button.